it's Naomi Charmaine. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, you guys, I have for you a realistic summer nighttime routine, y'all. Realistic, heavy on the realistic, because literally, y'all, this is exactly what I do. I'm super excited to be filming this video, you guys, because I don't know, voiceovers are just my thing. So any chance I get to film a video with voiceover, I'm like, yeah. But I did make my way over to both Aldi's and Walmart just to pick up a couple of things for this week. And yeah, I'm putting away my dog's ice cream. He loves this ice cream so much. That's why I'm looking like that, because he's eyeballing me like, girl, when you finna give me that? Not right now. But I'm putting away all my different groceries that I got for the week, like I said. And tonight's dinner, y'all, I've been on this super health kick right now, and I wanted something super yummy for dinner, so I'm having salmon, brown rice, and Brussels sprouts. Okay, TMI, but y'all know you're my bestie, so I'll be telling y'all everything. I just got off my cycle, and so I just want to relax, baby. I want to soak and relax, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. I do this occasionally. I don't always take baths. I prefer showers, but I do love a good bath when I'm just in the mood to relax and soak. I usually go in with the Dr. Teal sleep bath in the lavender scent, but as you can see, I was struggling to get some out of the bottle. I just feel like it smells better than this one I'm about to use, but whatever. This is what we're gonna have to use. Now I'm going in with the Spearmint Relax and Relief, and I am going to be using this Dr. Teal's soap as my bubble bath. I was kind of like, dang, I really wanted to use the lavender one, because I don't know, I just feel like spearmint and the ellipta whatever, it just kind of smells like earth and medicine, like I don't know, but I was like, you know what, I'm setting the vibes, and that's all that matters. But when I say I'm gonna set the vibes, I'm setting the vibes, okay? So I go on YouTube and I do my search for the perfect spa music to just make me feel super duper relaxed, and it's time to shut those lights off and get my wine. I love the Stella Rose wine in black. It just tastes so rich and sweet, and I love a sweet wine. If you've been keeping up on my vlogs, you know that lately I have been reading way more, and right now I am reading the Jeanette McCurdy book, I'm Glad My Mom Died, and it's just so crazy to read and know that this was literally her real life, and so this brings me so much peace and relaxation when I read. I'm so glad I got back into it. Even though I love a good bath, baths just don't make me feel super clean, so I do have to get in the shower right after I take a bath, just because I feel like you're literally sitting in dirt, and I feel like that's so true. So I go in and I actually wash my body when I get in the shower. And also I did want to wash my hair. I have a half wig installed. If you did not see me install this wig, go check out my last video, but I'm just refreshing my half wig because I do plan on wearing this for maybe like another month. Now I got these PJs from Walmart, and they're super big on me, so that's so annoying because I'm losing weight, but I just kept them because who cares. I go in with this Prada perfume. I normally don't wear this scent to bed. I love it, and I get so many compliments outside of the house, but I usually go in with like a vanilla scented perfume or spray before I go to sleep, just because it matches with the lotion. I use the EOS, of course, vanilla lotion. It's my favorite. I love smelling like vanilla before I go to sleep, but we ran out of perfume. That's okay. I just like to smell juicy and good when I get ready to go to sleep. So I do let my hair air dry, one, because I don't have a diffuser, and two, because I don't have a diffuser. So baby, I just let it air dry and it works for me. But I do play around with this wig because obviously it's clipped, so the hair shifts when it gets wet. So I really just kind of realign it and adjust it back into its place. But I'm cozy and now I'm hungry, so it's time to cook us this delicious meal. As I said before, I'm making salmon, brown rice, and Brussels sprouts. This is one of my favorite healthy meals. I am a salmon girly. I love salmon all the time. And I recently kind of got onto Brussels sprouts, so this is just like my favorite meal to eat. So I'm cleaning up the kitchen and I'm getting right into cooking. craziest thing to say, but me and my siblings, we all live in different states. Like, what? So whenever we get a chance to have a little call, we have a little call. I love and miss him so much. Look at my husband. He in the chat too. But I looked at this package of brown rice that I got from Aldi's, and I was like, girl, not it's microwavable. I don't really like to do that because I just feel like it's not healthy and natural. But I was just like, whatever. Let's just see how it looks, how it tastes. Bag was piping hot, but let's just see what it looks like. It actually didn't really look that bad, but I was okay, next time I'm not getting rice from here. It's like people don't want to sell healthy things, so I'm just have to get maybe this brown rice from like Publix or something like that. But overall, the meal looked good, it smelled good, and I was super excited and ready to eat. I am getting ready to get cozy and watch my show. Can y'all guess what it is? Look at my dog trying to scoot up. Boy, get back, get back. And you see he scooted back a little bit because he already knew what was up. Of course, we gotta thank God for our food, and then moment of silence for the first bite. Baby, ooh, the flavors was just flavoring. Then look at him trying to scoot back up. Boy, get back. He always be in my face. But my favorite show, y'all know I am a Love Island girl. I'm gonna watch all the Love Islands. Love Island UK, Love Island USA, Love Island Australia, I don't care. Love Island All Stars, I'm gonna watch it. So right now I'm watching Love Island UK, and I really thought this season was really good. Let me know what y'all think about Love Island UK in the comments. Baby, let's chat. Even though it's over, let's chat. Dinner was great. My show was finished, and I tidied up the kitchen and cleaned off the counters. But now it is time to spend quality time with God. And what I like to do before I dive into my devotional time is I love to pray and just ask God for understanding so that it can sink into my heart, because this is a vulnerable moment. But a lot of times I'll read something and I'm like, oh, dang, like I don't really understand this. And so I just love to ask God for understanding. Now, the funnest way to take notes when I do my devotion is through one of my favorite iPad apps, and that is GoodNotes. I love this app so much. I use it so much, and this was an old devotional that I did just about the blessings that I had in my life, and that one just kind of talked about how you might say, oh, I'm going to wait to do this, I'm going to wait to do that. And it's just like, God gave me all that before. You know, I said I'm going to wait, but God said, no, girl, here you go. So that was just about that. But anyways, even though the devotional book has a space for you to kind of just write down your thoughts on what you thought of the chapter, I just love using GoodNotes because I just feel like it's such a beautiful way to kind of express yourself. I love making my notes cute and pretty and adding little designs and stuff like that. And so this is just a way that I like to store all of my devotional notes and just, you know, be creative with it. This is probably one of the best features as well. Just being able to take a picture of anything and copying the text and just pasting it on my other device. Like, that was the best thing that iPhone ever or Apple ever created. But before I start thinking about what I'm going to write, I just use this time to just be creative, and then I dive into thinking deep about what I'm going to respond to the devotion. do use my iPad and my GoodNotes, I typically rotate between using my pencil, using my finger, and even like sometimes speaking the text, because sometimes it's just like I have so much to say that I just rather speak it out. But I do love using my pencil, and then sometimes it's easier with my finger. I am a wifey, and so my hubby came home, and so this moment is just so important to me to embrace and be grateful to have the husband that I have. I'm dancing too because our Disney trip is literally like all booked and ready and paid for and all the things, and my magic band is on the way. So girl, I'm just happy and I'm excited to be a big kid. But anyways, back to the devotion. In this chapter of my devotional, the title was "The Choice is Yours." And I love this chapter because at the end of the devotion, I just love how it says it's easy to forget that you're making these choices every day and that you need to slow down and take your life's journey with intention. And you'll be amazed at like the things that you miss along the way. And this really spoke to the type of person that I used to be before strengthening my relationship with God. I never took the time to really just sit back and be like, wow, God, I'm actually really blessed. And so I had so much to say about this. So I just make the design cute afterwards, just so it can be so cute and attractive to look at. And I just love using GoodNotes. It's the best app ever, especially for my devotions. Nighttime, and it's officially time to take my baby out. Me and my hubby usually rotate through the nights on who takes him out. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's him, sometimes we'll go out as a family, but I just use this time to let my dog run around, get all your liquids out, get all your droppings out, because baby, it's time to go to sleep. So we come on in, and he's so cute. Like, he know we film the content, he be looking at the camera and he already know what's up. Now time for one last routine before we actually get in the bed, and I'm going to do the most bootleg skincare routine, y'all. I got this facial soap from one of the hotels I stayed at, y'all. I am not your go-to girl when it comes to the skincare, baby. I promise you I'm not. I don't even really know what's in this. This is probably really bad to say, but I'm really just keeping it real, y'all. This is just a facial soap and it didn't break me out, so I just took it from the hotel and I just use it, honestly, truthfully. And then I go in with my hydrolonic acid. I think I'm saying that right. And I just put that all over my skin just so it can kind of give me sort of like a glow before I go to bed. Y'all, I promise you, I'm just not the skincare girly. I just do whatever kind of works for myself before I go to sleep. But I take my little thumbnail selfies because the skin is looking good though. And then it's time to wrap this hair on up. I only use 2 products to wrap my hair up at night, and that is my water bottle and my Mael Curl Defying Mousse. I make sure that I don't use too much mousse, but I still want to use a decent amount just so when I take my hair out in the morning that those curls are popping. In the front, I section my hair off into smaller sections that way, because I just like the front to just look a little bit more curly, and so I like for that product to really help define my curls in the front. So I use more mousse in the front and smaller sections as well in the front. And I just continue to do the same thing around the perimeter of my head. And then for the rest out throughout my hair, I do bigger sections, not too big, but not too small. Already know, gotta grab my scarf and tie it up. Y'all, do y'all ever realize how long y'all be having like scarves and bonnets? I don't even know when I got this scarf. It's been so long. But anyways, off topic. I wrap my hair up with the scarf first so that my hair is laying flat. My hair is like poofy, obviously the half wig curly style, but I do like at night for it to just kind of be pressed down. So I make sure I put my scarf on and of course my bonnet. I already kind of went over this routine just a little bit, but I am making sure I brush my teeth a lot more throughout the day. And of course, I have to make sure I brush before going to sleep at night. We like to put an extra blanket on our bed because my dog sheds a lot, but I am the type of person, I don't care. My dog gonna lay with me, but he doesn't sleep with us though, because I just prefer him have his own little area, his own little space. So I let him go into his little crate and I always set up his blanket like this, but he ends up moving it later in the night because I always hear him scraping the blanket and pushing it to the side. But I make sure my baby is comfortable. He naturally goes to sleep. Like he'll just get in the crate and just go to sleep. But it was this one time I feel like he kind of had a little bit of anxiety because we kind of left him a little bit more because work got busy, and so I just make sure I play this for him every once in a while. Y'all know I gotta fill up my Stanley. I'm a water girl, always gonna be a water girl, and I have to stay hydrated during the night. I just have this thing where I get thirsty during the night, and so I gotta make sure that I'm staying hydrated, baby. The lights are off, the house alarm is set, and my thermostat is set to 68 degrees, baby. I do not know how y'all be sleeping in 75-degree heat. I cannot do it. My thermostat needs to be set to 69 or 68. I love sleeping in the cold. Anything over 71 degrees, no ma'am. But we love to fall asleep to the rain sounds. I don't know. I feel like it helps us sleep better, but I do scroll on TikTok just a little bit, but I've been trying to not make it a habit to scroll too much before I go to sleep because I just feel like I'm going to just be up all night and I don't want that. I also do kind of finish my YouTube videos, and I have been so hooked on Value Jada on YouTube. She's younger than me, but her spirit and everything is just so great, so I love watching her. but I got tired. Honestly, I forgot I was even filming at one point. Had my Stanley on deck, nice and full, ice cold water. Had to get my sips in before I go to sleep. And this is just the life of being a content creator, but also a wife. My husband was like, girl, please, if you don't turn that light off. But y'all, thank you so much for watching my night routine, and I love you guys so much. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye.